Hello Icons! Welcome back. Let's have a quick recap of what we learned in the last class. In the last class, we learned about an energy called sound. We learned that sounds can be of two types, pleasant or unpleasant. We learned that all the sounds are made through vibrations, and these vibrations are invisible but can be heard by our ears, right? We have also seen how sound travels to our ears. I think now you know how. Yes, when a sound is made, vibrations are caused in the air, and these vibrations vibrate the atoms present in the air around and reach our ears and eardrums in the form of waves. That's how we can hear sounds, right? And we discussed some interesting facts about sound. We learned that sound does not travel in vacuum as there is no matter present and no atoms to vibrate. We have also seen how is the frequency of sound measured. Yes, frequency of sound is measured in hertz and the volume of sound is measured in decibels, right? Did you watch the video I mentioned? Yes? Did you learn anything new from the video? What was that? You might have seen that sound waves can bend around corners and obstacles. Yes? And you might have understood that any sound with a frequency less than 20 Hz is called infrasound, and any sound with a frequency more than 20,000 Hz is called ultrasound, right? Okay, so do you think sound can affect objects at a distance? Yes. Yes, sounds can affect objects at a distance. You know, the loudest of the thunder sounds that we hear sometimes coming somewhere from the sky can cause vibrations in the things on the ground. Very loud sounds can even break glass without touching. Sounds can affect objects at a distance. So, that was a recap about the energy sound. Today, let's talk about another energy, that is light. I know few of you have learned about light in grade 1, but let's extend our knowledge and learn some more new things about light. Light is also a form of energy which also can affect objects at a distance. It helps us to see things around us. Just imagine how would it be if there was no light at all? Everything would have been in dark. And imagine that there is no sun at all, which gives us light daily. If there was no sun, plants which take sunlight and prepare their own food wouldn't be there. If plants were not there won't be sufficient oxygen on this earth for animals and humans to live. So, there would have been no life on this earth, and earth would freeze as there is no sun's heat. So, sunlight is very important for all the living beings, and the sun is the main source of light energy, and it is a natural source of light. Yeah, there are other objects too which give out light like candles, oil lamps, torch, bulbs, etc. But the sun is a self-luminous object which emits light by itself. All the objects that give out light are called luminous objects. Be it sun, candles, oil lamps, electric bulbs, torch, street lights, tube lights, whatever. All these are called luminous objects. Okay? Some objects do not give light at all. And the objects that do not give light at all are called non-luminous objects. Objects like wall, board, chair, book, sofa, etc. do not give out light, right? So, they are non-luminous. So, luminous objects give out light and non-luminous objects do not give out light. I hope you understood the difference between luminous and non-luminous objects. Now let's go further. Non-luminous objects are again divided into two types: transparent objects and opaque objects. Let's talk about transparent objects first. Transparent objects allow light to pass through them, like glass. Light passes through glass, right? And that's why we get sunlight through our window panes during daytime. And some plastic materials are also transparent and allow light to pass through them. Water which is pure is transparent. And you know, even air is transparent. And that's why we are able to see things around though there is air present. So, objects through which light can pass are called transparent objects. Now let's talk about opaque objects. Opaque objects do not allow light to pass through them, like a rock, a car, ball, birds, and even us, humans. If we come and stand in the way where there is a light source, we block some of the sun's light, right? So all these are opaque objects and do not allow light to pass through them. Unlike transparent objects, they block light and create a dark area which is called shadow. You might have seen in the pictures which I have shown. Okay, and I think you might have all seen your own shadow and shadows of other objects too, right? This is because all these objects are opaque. I have a question for you. Did you observe changes in the size of your shadow anytime? Yes? Did you ever think why is the size of the shadow changing? Are you changing in size? No, right? But why is your shadow changing in size? Let's understand this. The size of the shadow depends on the distance between an object and the light source. Light source is anything from where we get light, be it natural light like sunlight or artificial light like light from a bulb, lamp, torch, etc. Okay? When a light source is closer to an object, the shadow becomes bigger. And when the light source is far away from the object, the shadow becomes smaller. So, did you understand why is your shadow changing in size? Yes, it is because of the distance between you and the light source. Okay, and you know, you get the smallest shadow when the light is just above you. Look. How is the light affecting your shadow without touching? Interesting, right? I have a few more interesting facts to share with you about light. You know, light can only travel in a straight line. It doesn't travel in the form of waves like sound or bend or change direction. It travels only in a straight line. And one more interesting fact about light is, light travels in vacuum too. We learned that sound doesn't travel in vacuum, right? But light travels faster in vacuum and in air than through other states of matter. And you know this? There is nothing that can travel faster than a light. Scientists have discovered nothing till now which travels faster than a light. Even sound is not faster. So, light wins the race in terms of its traveling speed. Yay, well done, light. Good. You know, you will be surprised to hear that it takes only 1 second to travel 7 times around our planet Earth. Okay? So, in 1 second, light travels 7 times around our planet Earth. 7 times. Just imagine the speed of the light. It travels at a whopping speed. And you know, the sun's light takes only 8 minutes to reach our planet Earth. So you might have understood how fast the light travels, right? Was it interesting to know about light? Yes? Okay. Watch this interesting video at home about light. Okay? Now it's time for some task. Your learning engagement is to read page 31 about light till Holmes. Okay? So open page 31 in your resource book and read the paragraph given about light till this Holmes, till this word. Okay? Then come down to the paragraph light and shadows. Read this paragraph. Come to page 32 and read till the word etc. Stone, wood, etc. and stop there. Okay? Please pause the video and read the text mentioned on the pages. After reading, let's list down the new words we came across. Open your journal, put today's date, day and learning engagement as heading. And put the heading as I am listing down the new words I came across. Okay? First one, light. Second one, shadow. Third one, luminous. Fourth one, opaque. Fifth one, transparent. Okay? Write these words and learn them. Okay? So, this is your task for today. Okay, cons, that's all for today. With this, we are done with Big Idea 2. In the next class, we will have complete reflection of what all we learned under Big Idea 2. So, meet you all in the next class. Until then, keep learning. Happy learning. Bye, cons.